When a fisherman was out at sea, he suddenly noticed something terrifying caught in his net. The moment he realized something was wrong, he immediately shouted for his companion to bring the hunting rifle. But he did not expect that this single action would trigger a war between humans and deep-sea creatures. Soon, a British special task force received the report that a deep-sea creature had been captured. To prevent the news from leaking, they quickly sealed off hundreds of kilometers of nearby waters. At first, everyone thought it was just a prank by fishermen, but once they saw the creature's corpse, they were stunned. Biologists stated that such a creature had never existed in recorded history, and they could not determine what it actually was. Strangely, the creature had a pearl hanging around its neck. Afraid that another underwater civilization might exist, they dared not touch the corpse recklessly. They put the pearl back on the creature and formed a reconnaissance team to conduct a full-scale scan of the region, hoping to find clues about its kind. To do this, they even brought in a pulse emitter and fired a series of signals toward the ocean floor. Unbeknownst to them, the signals had already alarmed the creatures below. A soldier guarding the corpse suddenly noticed the sand beneath his feet turning wet. Confused, he called his partner over to check. The next second, his partner fell straight into the water below. When the soldier tried to rescue him, it was already too late. Terrified, he called for backup. But before he could finish speaking, he too was dragged underwater by a powerful force. Moments later, a creature emerged from the water. As a shrill alarm echoed through the base, soldiers rushed to the scene. But strangely, except for the corpse and the two men who vanished, nothing else seemed unusual. The commander immediately contacted the missing soldiers through a radio. To his horror, the answering static came from beneath the ground. Realizing something was very wrong, he knelt down and searched for the source. Sure enough, under the soil, he found the severed hand of a soldier. Because two men had just died, Barker, who had been brought here to research the unknown creature, wanted to withdraw from this terrifying place. But now that he knew state secrets, leaving was no longer an option. While he was still distraught, another alarm sounded outside the base. When the team rushed to the shore, they discovered a fishman emerging from the sea, holding a weapon. It was clear the creature did not come in peace. Seeing the fishman standing still without approaching, the commander suspected he might have been sent by an underwater civilization to negotiate. To test this, they activated their translation device. The commander greeted the creature, and surprisingly, communication worked. But just when everyone's guard dropped, the fishman made a strange request. He wanted to negotiate with all of humanity. Before anyone could react, countless fishmen suddenly surfaced from the water. The next moment, people across the country received an emergency alert, and fishmen appeared in waters nationwide. It was now clear that these creatures controlled all the water sources on Earth. Fortunately, they did nothing hostile. They merely showcased their strength. Afraid of provoking them, people stopped fishing, stopped eating fish, and spent a fortune building a negotiation center to establish peace with the underwater civilization. After the facility was completed, the historic negotiation was ready to begin. But just before it started, a major pipeline suddenly ruptured. Because this was the first meeting between human civilization and an underwater one, no mistakes were allowed. People risked their lives to repair the pipe, and just in time, the operation succeeded. Soon, 3 unknown life forms appeared in the passage.